Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Brown's Latest. I'm Dave Grendzynski, and this is where we get you caught up on some of the news that's tied to our favorite team in the NFL. That is, of course, the Cleveland Browns. Thank you to everyone who has liked our previous episodes, who has subscribed to the channel, become members of the Brown's Latest Dog Pound, and those of you who get your comments in the viewer comment section. Now, coming up on today's show, this offense is like the lady who backed into the fan. Disaster. What did we learn after the game against the Lions? Well, let me tell you. It's the same thing we knew before the game even kicked off. The storylines heading into London will center around, take a guess. And then in the viewer comments, why you gotta laugh. But first things first. This offense is a mess. The prediction pen was wrong. So now we know the prediction pen is not infallible, but it was right about Judy's yards and a couple other things. But this offense just complete disaster. Like the lady that backed into the fan. Disaster. There's your stats. We were averaging 4 yards a carry again. A lot of teams would take that for a running game, but in the first half, we ran the ball 9 times. And, Samson got 1 carry. The first drive was great because they probably practiced it all week because that was scripted. So if there was a way to script every series, maybe we could score more than 1 touchdown in a game. It's the same thing. We'd get something going, and then we got to get cute. We're going to give handoffs to Fannin. We're going to play action and throw deep. And then if the ball does happen to make it to the receiver, it's dropped, Judy. And Fannin, that would have been a tough over-the-shoulder catch. But, he's a professional. So, what else is there to say about this offense? It's Stefanski's offense. It's his plays, his play calls, and we don't score points. This is a results-driven league, and there are no results. And what has to happen, I don't know how he even made it to the bus without getting fired. This has to happen now. It's just he's got to go and take his 2005 offense with him. I just don't understand why Judkins breaks off a 10-yard run and we go right to chucking it down the field again. We get a drive extended by a penalty, a defensive holding. First down, fresh set of downs. We go to chuck it twice, and then we're going to try and run a draw play. This is like I called a great high school game on Friday night again. Much better play calling in that game than I watch every Sunday from the Browns. And that's a fact. It is 100% a fact. It is a brutal, just abysmal, think of any adjective you can think of that is bad. And that's our offense. It is a complete mess. And how he still has control of this thing is beyond me. Changing the quarterback, you can do it. But if he's calling the plays, it's not going to matter. It won't matter if he's calling the plays. It just won't. And, all right, let's just do this. Let me show you this. Check this out. This is from Cleveland Analytics, this tweet. The Browns now this is 17 games now because this came out before the game yesterday. But the Browns' last 17 offensive scoring outputs in non-Jameis Winston starts/finishes. Dating back to Week 18, 2023. These are the points we scored. 14, 14, 10, 3, 6, 7, 14, 16, 13, 16, 15, 18, 17, 13, 17, 16, and now 10. Going virtually an entire NFL season and not scoring more than 18 points in any one game is just incredible futility. I don't understand how he holds on to his job. And now I'm starting to believe the people who get into the comments and say the Browns just you got to fire it. You got to get new owner. You got to get rid of it. You got to get all of these guys out of there. And not, I mean, who's to say they're wrong? They're not wrong because Haslam puts up with it. Haslam allows this to happen. We are wasting a Super Bowl level defense. We gave them a free 10 points in the first half. You cannot. This defense showed up again. Kept getting us off the field, kept getting the ball back for us. Even had an interception. I mean, set him up with a short field. Missing field goals. I mean, special teams and this offense. The offense is a total disaster. So what did we learn? Here's what we learned. Stefanski's losing this team, and Stefanski needs to be fired. I mean, I've been only talking about this for 3 weeks, but he has to go. This has to end. They're out there with 9 minutes to go in the game. Did you hear Oliphant or who was it that called the game? Over there talking about, look at these guys. They're listless. They're not even trying. There's no sense of urgency out there with this offense. Because they every time they get something going, Stefanski calls play action and chuck it. We're going to quarterback sneak with Flacco twice. Great thinking. You got a 21-year-old standing behind him who's a battering ram, but you're going to let the 40-year-old who could barely move sneak it twice. It's just the logic, the thinking, everything about it is a complete freaking disaster, and it's Kevin Stefanski's watch. It is all under him. Why? How does he still have his job? How? How is that even possible? It's insane. Even Grant Delpit said, you don't think he's losing his team on that punt return? He said everybody was just half-assing it. He said himself, he said, I thought the ball went out of bounds. So, but just can't quit on plays like that. Really, Grant? Really? This team is already checking out. We're only 4 games in. There has to be a drastic change. Not just at quarterback now, too. You got to change quarterbacks. You got to get Stefanski to start, get him off the play calling. It has to happen. It has to happen. My preference, get rid of him. Let Schwartz be the head coach. Let Reese run the offense. This team needs a shot because the schedule's going to start getting easier. Beginning this week in London, because Minnesota's not that great. Carson Wentz is going to be their quarterback. And if you watch that game against Pittsburgh, they're not that good. The team we could beat, but we got a team that's checking out, and you better make a move. You better do something. Got to change the quarterback. We still have to find a kicker. That's something else we learned. We can't have this where you make kicks every other game. That doesn't work. Jerry Jeudy, not a number. He's so far from number one receiver. It's not even funny. Just brutal. And the tantrums and everything else that he's doing. Just catch the ball. Catch the ball. Just all the way around. Like, what a complete disaster. What did we learn? The defense is still really, really good. And Devin Bush, Ronnie Hickman, Carson Schwarzenegger, your leading tacklers. And so that's where we're at. I mean, you can't knock on this defense. It shows up every single week. There's nothing else to say. The Week 5 storylines heading into London, I said it last week, give Flacco Detroit and then turn it over to the rookies. So if we don't see Dylan Gabriel this week, I'm going to lose my mind. That's the one thing you can do. But like I said, if you're going to call these plays, it won't matter. It's not going to matter. The other thing, where was Conklin? Who practices all week and then just doesn't play? What is going on with that? Are the Browns going? Here's another. Will the Browns make a trade to get some offensive line help in here? Can they trade Conklin for somebody who actually wants to play? Can we do that? Are we ever going to get through a week without a drop pass? Will we ever get through a week without a drop pass? Is that ever going to happen? That's a storyline, folks. We can't catch the ball. We already told you they can't get separation. We told you that the other day. And now, I mean, if you can't separate and you can't catch, what a disaster. And how long is the defense going to be able to keep this up? Because you could see the looks on their faces when the offense just keeps going out there and sputtering every chance they get away. Coming away with nothing. Thought we had something. That first drive looked great. But like I said, that's the script. First drive is always scripted. You practice those plays every single day of the week. There's an order, list of about 7 to 10 plays. You just run them in order. Then comes the game and you run them in order. So you run these plays 6 times, and then go out there in the game and run them. And once you get off the script, then we're back to disaster. We're back to the lady backing into the fan. There's nothing else to say today. This is a get it off your chest Monday, and tomorrow we'll take a minute Tuesday, because there's what else are you going to say? This offense is the problem, and it has been every single week. The offense is the problem, and Stefanski is in charge of the offense. So fix it. Do something. You can't just keep... This is the epitome of banging your head against the wall, because it's not going to change, and it's not going to hurt any less if you keep doing it. The only thing that's going to change and make it stop hurting is if you stop hitting your head on the wall and you do something different. Unbelievable. A few comments. We'll start with Ali Muscle, who says, Stefanski will throw it 40 times before he runs at 40. Running backs can't get in a rhythm with this guy. He's right. He's absolutely right. We threw it again a gazillion times yesterday. I just don't understand it. We had 6 yards of carry one, gave 5 yards of carry last week, 4 yards of carry this week. None of it's good enough to just keep running the ball. I just don't get it. And it'd be fine if we're running the ball and then mixing in maybe a jet sweep with Bond or something. Or we're still not attacking the intermediate. We just want to throw it deep every time. We just want to chuck it. That's all we want to do. Graham, 79-14. This is what we teased at the top. You gotta laugh while hearing the Browns' claim of metrics and statistics being so crucial to personnel play and drafting, while totally ignoring the abysmal metrics and statistics of their head coach, Kevin Stefanski. He's now 42-49 with the Browns and still spiraling downward in a waste pipe. He is. And it's 100% accurate, Grams. 100%. When all you talk about are analytics and numbers and this and that, and look at the numbers. Look at our offensive numbers. And this isn't the first year. This has been going on ever since he got here. There was a flash with Flacco at the end of 2023. I don't understand how that happened. I don't get it. Aaron Larson, we'll end with Aaron Larson. He says, how about we draft or trade for some wide receivers who can actually catch? There's an idea. I thought we'd see Gage Larvidan this week. We should now, though, because Tillman's got a hamstring and DeAndre Carter has a knee injury. So maybe Larvidan will get his shot. Let Larvidan return kicks. Let Larvidan go out there and play wide receiver. I'm sure he can catch. And it better be Dylan Gabriel throwing the passes to him, because the faster we get through Gabriel, then we can get to Shedeur. It's time to let's see what the rookies can give us, because this season's not wasted. If you can just generate some kind of points with this defense, you're in every game. And we were in this one again. Oh, brother. I don't know. There's just nothing else to say at this point. There really isn't. And so they can't do anything right on offense, and the special teams. This offense is the disaster, and special teams is a near disaster. So the only thing we got going for us is the defense. So there we go. All right. Hopefully there's some firings today, and we'll go from there. We'll see. But somebody's got to be fired, named Kevin Stefanski. That somebody is Kevin Stefanski. We got to get him out of there. We got to change this. We've got to change this, because I think we can still save this season. Let's make Schwartz the head coach. I hope he wants it. I hope he wants the job. Let's give it to him. And let Reese run the offense because it could not be any worse. That's like somebody said, what are you going to bring in there? Who are you going to, you're going to have Reese run the offense? I go, how could it be any worse? It doesn't matter but it can't be any worse. I mean, I could be the offensive, I could go call the plays on I could not be worse than that. It's awful. I just read you the point totals for the last 18 games. Are you kidding me? It's pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic and disheartening for that defense to have to go out there and know that they're not only going to have to stop the team, but also have to do the scoring too. That's the only way we're going to win. Like last week when they got the interception and they ran it down gave the offense the offense can go like 10 yards. And, so if you get it within the 10 on an interception, you have a good chance of scoring. And our kicker's only good from like 30 yards. So unbelievable. All right. That'll do it for today. Remember, let's get it off your chest Monday. Tomorrow, we'll turn the page. It's get it off your chest Monday. So just get it off your chest, get in the comments, get it off your chest, and then we'll take a minute Tuesday and see where we're at. All right, go Browns. We'll see you next time.